Good evening, students. So in the last class we began the discussion of writing job application. So let's continue the same discussion with an example. And please remember the points that we discussed in the previous class, and I also asked you to look at your workbook and learn the format of job application. So why I said that? Because the format which is given in your workbook, that is very important for your examination, and that will be considered even in the exam, and that is why please learn the format which is given in your workbook. And for the students, those who cannot or those who find it very difficult to write in their own sentence, definitely they can take the help of the sentences which are given there in your workbook. Those are very simple sentences. And if you want to add your own sentence or if you want to add your own words, that is fine, but you have to be very careful while using words, because this is a formal letter and the language must be formal. To avoid such kind of mistakes, that's why I suggested you to take the help of your workbook, also the words or sentences which are given there. It is very simple to remember. So now let's recall a few things that we discussed in the previous class. So what did we discuss regarding job application? There are two ways of writing job application. The first one is the letter where you have to include all the details in one single letter. And if you don't want that, then you can go to the another kind of letter which has two parts. The first one is cover letter and another one is resume or curriculum vitae, or what we call CV or bio data. So there you have to write your personal or educational qualification separately. So these are the things that we discussed in the previous class. At the same time, I gave you some imaginary date of birth as well as the year of passing. That was just an example, but you have to write that accurately when you write in the examination. That's what I told you, that your birth date as well as your experience, working experience, as well as the year that you completed your education, these dates or years has to be matched with one another. So keep that in mind. Okay. So now let's continue our discussion of job application. I hope you are able to see this. Just have a look at the board. I have written a question here. In this way the question will appear even in your annual examination. As I told you, all the information regarding the qualification that you require and the post and experience and also the senders to address, everything will be given in your question paper. So now just read this question. Write a letter of application in response to the following advertisement which appeared in the Indian Express. Again, the name of the newspaper is very important. Why? Because you have to mention that in the reference. Okay. So in the Indian Express on 10th March 2019. The sentence that I have underlined here, this is important because you have to write this in the reference. So now, Sri Vidya Institute requires hostel warden. So they have called for a post of hostel warden. They need candidates for hostel warden. So Sri Vidya Institute requires hostel warden. So qualification, what are the required qualification for the post of hostel warden? That is BA or BCom or BSc, any degree. Okay, BA, BCom or BSc degree. And experience, minimum 2 years. That is their expectations. And with excellent communication skills. And then apply within 10 days. So you have to apply within 10 days for this. And it is announced 10th March 2019. So also keep that in mind while writing date here. So now to address, I don't think this is within the frame, but I'll read it out. Okay. To address the secretary. So you have to write the letter to the secretary, Sri Vidya Institute, 6th Main, 2nd Block, Malleshwara Nagar, Hyderabad. Okay, so I'll write this here when I write the to address. Okay, so now here there is one more notice within the bracket. Write XXX for name and YYY for address. So remember this, you are not supposed to mention your name anywhere. So I think, if I am not wrong, in the last class while discussing, I asked you to write your name, full name in block letter within the bracket. That was by mistake. I am really sorry for that. But you have to write XXX. Okay. So shall we start now? Let's begin job application. So the first thing, what you have to do, you have to begin at the left hand corner. Okay, so let's assume that this is the margin of your paper, and I'll begin my name here. Okay, so the sender's address comes first, right? And where you have to begin the letter from the fresh page itself. Just assume that this is a fresh page and I'll write here. So sender's address, you are not supposed to write your name or address, but you have to write XXX for name and Y for address. This is how you need to write sender's address as well as name. And here you need not leave a line after X. After writing XXX and YYY, then you can leave a line. So now, what do you have to write? Date. So what would be the date? So the advertisement appeared on 10th, right? So you are writing the letter on 12th, okay? 12th, then there should not be any hyphen or commas or full stop or any punctuation marks. So what is the right way of writing date? 12th, date, and then March. Look at here, don't write some other month. So it has appeared on 10th March 2019 and you have to apply within 10 days. Okay. So 12th March 2019. 2019. Is this clear? Sorry, this is a habit. Okay. So some students have such kind of habit. Don't do that. Okay. Yes, 12th March 2019. So now after date you have to leave a line. Then what we have to write? Sender's address. It is written there. You have to write the secretary Shri Vidya Institute, Shri Vidya Institute, then 6th main, usually your sender's address that should not exceed more than 3 or 4 lines, okay. 6th main, second block, then Malleshwara Nagar, Hyderabad. So this is the sender's address. So the secretary, Shri Vidya Institute, 6th main, second block, Malleshwara Nagar, Hyderabad. So this is what you have to write after date. Remember sender's address XXX YYY and then leave a line and then there should be date and then to address. So now after to address there should be salutation. What do you have to write? Sir or ma'am or madam. Write madam. Okay, sir, madam. So I hope you understood till salutation. Okay, so XXX, 12th, sender's address, date, sender's address, to address and then salutation. So now I'll write here, since there is no space, Don't do that in the examination. Just assume that this is the next page. Okay. So after sir or madam or salutation, there should be subject. So now what is the subject? Look at your workbook. So what is the subject? You have to write application for the post of which one? Post of hostel warden. Hostel warden. Isn't it simple? This is what you have to write. Remember, subject, application for the post of which one? Hostel warden or lecturer or the manager. In that way you have to change the post. Subject, application for the post of hostel warden. And then below it there should be reference. It's given like this. So what is the reference? How do you write that? Your advertisement in the Indian Express dated 10th March 2019. So you have to write your advertisement in, and then you have to write the name of the newspaper in, write in the same way within the inverted commas, in the Indian Express, in the Indian Express dated when? 10th March 2019. So till now you can write without any worries. This is very simple. Subject, application for the post of hostel warden, reference, your advertisement in the Indian Express dated 10th March 2019, which is already given in your question itself. And after this you have to begin body of the letter. So now let's write body of the letter. I'll begin again from this side. I'll just erase this and write. Now just look at this. In response, so after writing reference, then this is the way we need to begin the body of the letter, the main body of the letter. Look at that. In response to your advertisement mentioned above refers to the reference. In response to your advertisement mentioned above, I am applying for the post of hostel warden. So just remember these sentence, that is enough, and here you have to change the post. Okay, so in response to your advertisement mentioned above, I am applying for the post of hostel warden. Now look at the next paragraph. Where have I begun the next paragraph? Just below the first paragraph. But I have given space here. You can leave a line after the first two sentences, then you can leave a line. I have passed my degree. Since they have asked for degree, here you can write degree. So I have passed my degree with the first class. I have qualified myself to do this job. You can write in this way. So I have qualified myself to do this job, which means I am able to do this job. I have also acquired good communication skill. Of course, this is asked in the question paper or in the question itself, that a candidate must have a good communication skill, and that is why you can write I have also acquired good communication skill. Now, I am fluent in both English and Hindi. Besides, what do you mean by besides? in addition to. So along with this, I have an experience of 3 years as a hostel warden. So this is the second paragraph. These information are enough for the cover letter. So in the next line you can write, I have enclosed my resume with this application. Again, punctuation marks are also important in this paragraph. Okay, so I have enclosed my resume with this application. I hope it will meet your requirements. I hope it will meet your requirements. This is enough. This is why I said just refer your workbook, and here and there you can use your own sentence or you can add your own sentences or words. But this is enough for cover letter. Just keep it simple and neat. Okay, it looks impressive. So this is the 3 paragraphs that you have to include in your cover letter. So now, after completing body of the letter, then what you have to do? So I hope you are able to see this and understand this. There are 3 paragraphs, first 2 lines, and then you have to leave a line, and these are the important things that you need to include in your cover letter, and then the last paragraph. So after this, now you have to write what? Thank you. I'll rub this. So after completing body of the letter, then just below that you have to leave a line after writing, I hope it will meet your requirements. After that sentence, leave a line, and then just below it write thank you. Thank you. Thank you. T capital, Y capital, and then again leave a line, then complimentary close. What is that? Yours faithfully. Yours faithfully. Yours faithfully. Then put your signature, and now here this is what I said. By mistake, I told you in the previous class, you have to write your full name in block letters within the bracket. That you have to write when you apply for your job after your education, but for the examination you have to write 3 X's. X, X, X. Okay, this is the end of cover letter. So I hope you understood this. If this is clear, shall we move on to the next part where you have to write your bio data. Do you remember the format of biodata? Shall we write that? Yes. So I'll take the help of workbook. So you should also take the help of your workbook, and I'm repeating, follow the same pattern which is given in your workbook. So now again you have to begin this from the fresh page. Name. Now you are writing your biodata. Name. What do you have to write? X, X, X. Okay. Then father's name. Father's name. You can write AB, AB. Here you need not leave line. Okay. And then date of birth. date of birth or age. Now calculate. They have asked the candidate must have at least minimum 2 years of experience. So now you can write which one? For example, 1st May 1994. Just an imaginary date of birth because it will match your experience. That's why I have taken 1994. So date of birth or age, 1st May 1994. Age probably 26. Okay, 26. And then after date, then permanent address. Permanent address. What do you have to write? Y. And then nationality. Nationality, Indian. And then knowledge of language. How you need to write? Knowledge of language. What do you have to do? Again, remember, here the sequence or the order is not in a proper manner. So please maintain that. Okay. In the same way how it is given in your workbook. The space that you have to give here, please maintain those things. Here I don't have much space and that's why. Yes. So knowledge of language, you have to write fluent in. You can write Kannada, English, Hindi, or you can also write Telugu. You can write that. So these are your personal information. Name XXX, father's name AB, and then date of birth or age 1st May 1994, 26. I mean if it is asked 3 years or 2 years, definitely you can go for 1994. Remember? Yes. And then permanent address YYY, nationality Indian, knowledge of language fluent in Kannada, English, Hindi. Remember all this information. Okay. Yes. Well, go to the next one. What is that? The next step, that is educational qualification. Educational qualification. Educational qualification. Now you have to make boxes here. So 5. First one is name of the examination. Name of the examination. I hope you are also writing along with me in your book. Name of the examination, and then board or university. Board or university. And then year of passing. Year of passing. Marks or percentage. Percentage. And then subjects. Subjects. What is the qualification required for this post? That is degree. So now, here, first one is name of the examination will begin from 10th. So SSLC. And then here board you can write KSSEB or Karnataka board. KSSEB or Karnataka board. That is up to you. Okay, which one you feel easy, just write that. Karnataka board. And then year of passing, we have given the year 1994. So probably around 2010 he might have completed his 10th. Correct me if I am wrong. Okay, 2010. So marks 99.99 or 95.5%, and subject all the core subjects. Yes, next one. After SSLC, PUC examination, name of the examination PUC, then PU board. PU board. 2010, and then PUC is for 2 years, 2012. 96%. Here you can write HEPS. If you have taken arts, then you can write HEPS. Or if you have taken commerce, SSCBA, SEBA, anything, that is up to you. Or ECBA, and then science, PCM, EPCM, yes, and then PCMB, anything. So now the last one, degree. Degree, Mangalore University or Mysore University, Mangalore University, that is up to you. Mangalore University, again that is for 2 years, so you can write 2015. Degree for 3 years, so 2015. Here you can write 85%. So the course, if you have taken BA, then you can write BA or BCom or BSc. See, don't write in this way. Okay, I am just giving example. In the examination, just write any one combination. Don't get confused now. That is just for your example. Just for example. I'll write BA. Don't get confused. Okay. So now this is enough for your educational qualification. This is how you need to write your educational qualification. So what is next? After writing your educational qualification, then below it you have to write, leave a line. Okay, then you have to write experience. What is your working experience? Because they have asked a candidate must have 2 years, at least minimum he should have minimum 2 years of experience. So here you can write, since you have started working at the age of 26, you can write maybe 3 years of experience, you can write that. So now, I mean, if you are 26, obviously it would be 3 years of experience. So now, experience, I have 3 years of working experience as a hostel warden in Renuka Institute of Chennai. You can write in that way. So I have 3 years of working experience I have 3 years of working experience as a hostel warden in Renuka. Just write any imaginary name of institution. In Renuka Institute in Chennai. Just these are all imaginary names, okay? And then after experience you have to write other hobbies. What do you do other than that? So dancing, singing, watching TV, playing, chess, something like that. Or writing, reading novels. In that way you can write your other hobbies. So after experience and other hobbies, then leave a line. And please look at your workbook. Below that there is place. Okay, I'll write here. Below experience, just look at here. Experience and other hobbies. After writing this, leave space, and then here you have to write place and date. It is given in your workbook. Place, Y, and date, the same date that you have written in your cover letter. So what is the date? 12th. In this way you can write. And on the other side there is SD. I told you here, SD. So you should not write SD, but you have to put signature. And below write XXX, 3 X's. So this is the format of your bio data. I hope you understood writing job application as well as bio data. Okay, cover letter as well as bio data. Again, I am repeating, don't get bored, that you can write either the first letter or this letter, which has 2 parts, cover letter and bio data, but I suggest you to follow this letter. The the letter which has, or the job application which has 2 parts, that is cover letter as well as bio data, because it looks so neat and impressive. At the same time, the possibility of forgetting the points, that is very less in this case, in this letter. So please work on this letter, and there are also some examples in your workbook, and the questions, there are also some questions in your workbook regarding job application. Work on that. Try writing job application for those posts which are given in your workbook. Thank you.